Hey guys, welcome to Shin and Shenanigans right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm Jess. You can find me on X at shinpad_IESR. All right, guys, let's get into it tonight. So, if you haven't seen, the Spurs have yet another new coach. Uh, Tudor is out after just 44 days. And if I'm not mistaken, that was 7 matches. 7. And he left by mutual agreement, which is makes it less of a sting, I guess, but still. As of March 31st, a couple days ago, Deserby is in. And there are only 7 games left in the season. So he's got 7 games to try to steer them clear of relegation because they are 1 point away from the relegation zone. And Deserby, he's the third man this season for the Spurs. They started out with Thomas Frank, then he's out. In comes Igor Tudor. Now we've got Deserby. We'll see how that works out, And this guy has 5 contract. 5 years during a relegation battle. I'm not even sure if I would have signed that long of contract, but apparently it's a very lucrative one. But I don't know. We'll see how it actually goes. I kind of just heard that, Deserby, like some people that have some of the players that have worked under him, or actually played under him, they're like, it took us a few games to actually get used to him. And if I'm not mistaken, they were like, you gotta like pay attention to him, and you hear the translator. I'm like, okay, so we'll see how well this goes for the last 7 matches of the season. If I'm being honest, I see the Spurs getting relegated. It's going to be a Hail Mary if they don't. Like this is their Hail Mary. I thought Tudor was their Hail Mary, but this guy's their Hail Mary. And the Spurs have not even had a single win in 2026. Not one. Not a single one. It sucks for Spurs fans. And honestly, if they get relegated, which relegation odds, they kind of float between some sources say 27%, some say 16%. But they're like, it's not likely that they're going to get relegated. I'm like, let's see. And Tottenham have not been relegated since 1977. So if they get relegated, it's going to be a huge deal. A huge deal. They haven't gotten relegated since the 70s. So, yeah. And a bonus detail, the Tottenham Supporters Trust publicly raised concerns about the hire because of Deserby's past support of Mason Greenwood. So I feel like this is just kind of one of those things, They kind of just like threw out the Hail Mary for this guy, and I don't know. I really have no clue whatsoever. Personally, I've never heard of the guy. Some people have. Me, I haven't. we'll see what happens, though. There's also talks about Man City getting like a 60-point deduction because of the financial breaches, but I think they're putting that decision off until the summer. I'm just like, just be done with it already. In my opinion, just be done with it. This news about the whole 115 charges. It's getting so old. Oh, and if you guys haven't noticed, there are more scarves back. Last weekend, my husband and I went to the inaugural home match, which Denver Summit FC shattered the attendance record for an inaugural home match for the NWSL with, I believe it was 63,004 in attendance. It was a lot. It was crazy. It was a fun game to watch. But this is the one of the scarves for the founding members of the 5280, and just tilt this up a little bit. We became members of the 14ers, which is the supporter group, kind of like the 3252 for the LAFC, but that is one of their scarves. It was a good game. Played Washington Spirit. Unfortunately, it was a 0-0 draw. Kind of sucked, but what can you do? Good match, though. Good match. All right. Let's move to our next story. CPL, the Canadian Premier League, which some of you might have not have known, Canada does have a Premier League of their own. They are debuting this daylight offside rule, which I think is going to be great. I really do. And the trial starts this upcoming Saturday, April 4th. And it's the first pro league in the world to test it. And it's championed by, of course, Wenger in his role at FIFA. And under this new rule, you're only offside if there is visible daylight between you and the second to last defender. So we're talking an attacking player and the second to last defender. If there's physical daylight, they can see not a toe, not an elbow, any part of the body that is level, any part that is level with that defender, it's considered onside. And it's aimed at boosting attacking play and eliminating those ridiculous offsides of like being like a toe or an elbow or a shoulder or a knee. To me, that's just ridiculous because I'm like, dude, the amount of pickiness that I see for this, and this will lead us into the VAR. It's just crazy, you know. Apparently, the CPL are also introducing the Football Video Support, or the FVS. It's a lighter version of VAR, which is a limited number of challenges per game and no separate dedicated official. So it's kind of like VAR, like diet VAR. If the trial works, FIFA are looking at getting a broader adoption for the 2027-28 season. So could be getting a lot of changes next year, not just with MLS making the massive calendar change over to the European style calendar, but we could be seeing the daylight offside rule, which I think is a great idea. I think it's absolutely great because these stupid little calls are annoying and they are a waste of time. And it's supposed to help boost, this new rule is supposed to help boost the, what's it called? Boost goals, the number of goals, which is great. Absolutely great to see goals but it just irks me when I see them, oh, he's offside by a knee or a toe or an elbow. And I'm like, are you serious here? You're just nitpicking. Come on. All right, guys. You've been watching Pads and Shenanigans right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We are going to be taking a short little break here. See you guys after the
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clanking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
All right, guys, welcome back to Shin, Pads, and Shenanigans right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all this sports. All right, our final topic of the evening is the VAR poll. Big shocker here. A survey by the Football Supporters Association, which is nearly 8,000 Premier League fans, 75.7% do not support VAR. Big shocker there. 91.7% say it has robbed the joy from goal celebrations. I can agree with that. And over 97% say it fails to make watching football more enjoyable. Again, as a fan, I agree with that. But here's the thing. Almost certainly it is not going anywhere. Because Premier League clubs voted back in 2024, like 19 out of 20 of these Premier League clubs voted to keep it. Only the Wolves, who most likely are going to get relegated this season, voted against it. Fans hate it, clubs love it, and somehow that is not surprising. Ow. But I mean, what do fans know? Seriously, what in the world do us fans know about enjoying a football match? The VAR for clubs is really just adding to statistics. Oh, this person was offside. This percentage is offside. This percentage is onside. Whatever, you know. It does kind of rob joy from the game. And I just don't understand why it is very invasive. It really is. I get that there are some reasons to keep it. And it's good for some things like the cases of mistaken identity when it comes to red cards. But I'm also like, you can go too far. And they are headed in that direction with VAR use. And I'm just like, not here for it at all, but it's not going anywhere whatsoever. But I mean, I just feel like with this poll, I mean, I'm hoping maybe with this recent poll that maybe shows the powers that be you're getting too invasive. Fans do not like this. And it's kind of important for fans to like stuff because we remember COVID, right? How unenjoyable for the teams was it when there were no fans in the stadiums? How unprofitable was that? Because fans aren't there. They can't buy merch. They can't buy the ridiculously high-priced stadium foods. They can't pay for parking if they're not physically there. You want to try to appease the fans. I'm just saying. Without fans, what's the point of football? Just going to leave that question out in the void. In the cosmic void. But I don't know. You know. Going into the comments here. I mean, yeah, I'd rather the calls be right too. I would. But I'm also like, if it gets too invasive, I feel like it's just kind of taking away from the match. It's just, yeah. For me, it's just getting to that point of being way too much. But we'll see. They're probably not going to change it at all whatsoever. Anyway, so that's it for tonight. It's kind of a short show. Sorry, guys. Until next time, keep those shin pads sharp and your shenanigans sound. And see you guys next week on Shin Pads and Shenanigans right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.